Hey guys, welcome to Lead Magnet Authority, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a lead magnet landing page using system.io. Now before we jump into this, there are a couple of prerequisites that you have to have. Number one, you got to have a system.io account. So if you guys have never heard of system.io, they have a free forever account. This is their home page. All you have to do is click on pricing and you'll see it right here. They've got a free forever account. You can have up to 2,000 contacts, so you can have an email autoresponder at your disposal with 2,000 contacts. You can do a blog, you can do websites, you name it. This is a very simple and cost-effective way for you guys to get started. If you haven't started yet, go ahead, click on the link below, sign up for your free forever account. Prerequisite number 2 is you need to have a lead creator free account. They also have a free forever account as well. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below so you can sign up for that. And the reason why is, why would you sign up for a lead creator? Because you need a lead magnet. So before you can create a landing page, you need to have a lead magnet. So in this case, I already have one done already. And this one I'm giving away for free. It's the ultimate guide to getting more leads and customers no matter your niche. This can be imported directly into your free forever lead creator account. So you don't have to mess around with trying to set up your own lead magnet. Once you've imported it, you can edit it to your liking and use it any way that you want. All right. So in this example, I'm combining these two tools. So once you've done that, come back here and we're going to go from the dashboard. We're going to go to websites. From there, we're going to go to sales funnels because we want to create a new funnel. In this case, it's not a sales funnel, but it is a lead magnet funnel. And from here, we're going to click on create. And then we're going to start filling in some information. So for the name, I'm just going to call this sample lead magnet funnel or landing page funnel. And then I'm going to choose my funnel domain. When you register for your free forever account, you will get a default domain, but you can also customize your domain. So I have a custom domain set up here for my leadmagnetauthority.com website. I do use System.io for all of this, okay? When you choose your goal, we want to build an audience. Right here it says collect email addresses and build your email list. This is what we're doing because we're giving away a lead magnet. So we'll click on that. And then from here for your currency, you can choose whatever currency you want. I'm just going to go with US dollar right here and click on save. And once that's done, you're going to see that it shows up right here. So this is my funnel right here. So let's click on it and open it up. And from here, you can see that here are the steps here. There's a squeeze page or your lead magnet landing page right here. So we can collect our email addresses. And there's also a thank you download page. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a template. You're presented with all these templates that resonates with us. Now you can start from scratch if you want to, but for some of you, it might be worth just looking at some of these designs and you choose one that you like. We are going to strip down these templates to the bare minimum because we don't want any distractions with our lead magnet landing page. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to filter this by 30 templates at a time. I'm just going to go through this real quick because I want to see if I find one that I like. I want something that's simple that just has an email address like this one right here. So let's preview this template right here. Let's see what it looks like. Perfect, right? It's got the first name, email address. It's got a bunch of other stuff on here that I do not need, but I do like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this squeeze page template or my lead magnet landing page template. So you can see right here, here is a squeeze page. The URL path, meaning the slug, you can call it whatever you want. So I'm just going to put this, I'm just going to call this sample landing page, something like that. And we'll just call this, instead of squeeze page, you would call it whatever your lead magnet is called, but I'm just going to leave this as is, okay? And then from here, let's go ahead and edit the page. So this is what the page looks like, and we're going to go and we're going to edit all of this. But But basically what I want to do is I want something that's simple, because when it comes to a lead magnet landing page, we don't want any distractions. We want to tell people what the headline is. What is this lead magnet all about? We want a subhead here. We definitely want to collect an email address, and that is it. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to delete a lot of these things as I go. So I'm going to take away this. If you want to add in a logo, that's totally up to you. I'm just going to choose to take out that logo. I like some of this stuff right here, so I'm going to use that. We can also swap out the picture as well. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to get rid of this entire section. Get rid of that. Get rid of this section right here as well. Okay, and we'll leave it like that. One thing I want to point out though is if you're creating a landing page, doesn't matter, website, landing page, you need to have legal pages. Okay, so in this case, you have to have a privacy policy, a terms and conditions, maybe an affiliate disclosure if you're an affiliate for a specific product. If you are giving away something related to, health and fitness, then you're going to want to have some sort of disclaimer about what you're about to give them. Okay, this is very, very important, because if you decide later on that you want to advertise, you have to have this. Otherwise, Google or Facebook or whatever platform you're using to advertise, they will not allow you to use this page. All right, so you have to have those legal pages set up. So I'm just going to get rid of this. I've already set up some legal page template here, so I could replace this easily, but I'm just gonna leave this as is, because the whole goal is to show you how to create this lead magnet landing page. So now that I've got the basic template in here, I need to now come up with a copy. And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck, myself included. All right, you created your lead magnet, now you want to create the landing page, and you're like, oh man, what do I write? Okay, so I'm going to help you out with that. First of all, let's go back into Lead Creator. You can utilize the same title if you want, okay? Because this is all about experimenting. You're not going to get this down and it's not going to be perfect, okay? This is part of the process. You have to test things out, and if they work, great. If they don't work, then you've got to test more to see what resonates with your audience. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize ChatGPT to help me. Okay, and I know a lot of you guys have ChatGPT. If you don't have a ChatGPT account, go ahead and sign up for one for free. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all of the text inside of my lead magnet. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me. Help me write a headline and subheadline for my lead magnet landing page. Here is the copy from that lead magnet to help you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to paste all that copy in here. So you can see if I scroll down, this is the entire copy from that lead magnet. So we'll leave that in here, and we'll have ChatGPT help us here. So go ahead, click enter, and we'll wait just a second here, and ChatGPT will come up with some suggestions here, okay? So here's one right here: struggling to get leads, download the simple system that works in any niche, okay? And now what we can do is we can work with ChatGPT to come up with other variations. So let's say you want 5 more or 10 more. It's totally up to you. I'm going to say, give me 5 more variations. And we'll let ChatGPT come up with those variations. And then you can choose from those, okay? Pick one that resonates with you, anyone. But if you're going to split test later on, meaning you're going to test these headlines and subheadlines, this is good to have, right? Because you can change just the headlines here. So let's go ahead and let's go with this first one right here. Unlock the proven strategy for getting more leads and customers. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to go back into System. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste this and match the style. And then from here, I can increase the font size if I want to, and I will. And then I'm going to increase the line height here, get a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, like that, because I want more leads and customers to be prominent. Drop that down a little bit. Okay, so that's our headline. And then we're going to come back in here to our subheadline. This step-by-step guide shows you exactly how to grow your list and make more sales. No experience needed. Go ahead, and we're going to copy this again. Go back to System. I'm going to drop it in here. Okay, so I can leave this as is, or I can make it a little bit larger. I might shrink this down and see what it looks like. It's a little bit too small. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Just like that. That's 30. This one's 48. That's fine. Okay. And then I'm going to also add in a little bit more space between this block and that block, okay, of text. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the margin. I'm going to drop that down just a little bit. Give it a little bit more space, okay, so it's not too cramped. I'll deal with this picture later. With this, what you can do is if you have a free Canva account, you can sign up for Canva and use that and locate a picture. In fact, we'll just do that last because that, to me, is somewhat important. But again, this is about building the landing page. So let's go ahead and move on to this next section here. And what I want to do is I want to ask ChatGPT to give me a headline for the opt-in form. So now I'm going to ask ChatGPT, I have an opt-in form, come or brainstorm. How about that? Brainstorm 5 different call to actions. Call to action titles. How's that? Like that. And we'll see what ChatGPT comes up with. Get the free guide now. Send me the step-by-step strategy or 5-step strategy. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's make it a little bit longer. Let's go ahead. Want versions that feel more urgent, benefit-driven, or curiosity-based. Let's go ahead and make it more urgent. Okay. Make it more urgent and add in a benefit. And the beauty of ChatGPT is you just work with ChatGPT, okay? And so let's go ahead and take a look at one. Get instant access to the lead boosting blueprint. Download the 5-step plan that's working right now. Let's go ahead and copy this one. I like that. We'll go into System, highlight that, paste and match style, and we're good to go. Now, for here, we don't want to just have subscribe because that's just very boring and generic. So we can go and ask ChatGPT to come up with the button call to action. Come up with 5 ideas for the button call to action copy. We'll see what it says. Show me the 5 steps. Yes, I want more leads. Send me the blueprint. Unlock instant access. I'm going to go with something like this. Show me the 5 steps, or yes, I want more leads. How about yes, I want more leads? Go back in here. We're going to go and change the text for this particular button. So let's go down here, button text. Let's just change that. Let's paste it in there. Yes, I want more leads. Now I can change the size of the text. I'm going to make it a little bit more pronounced. Okay. I can also change the size of the button and all that stuff. So let's scroll down here. Let's look at everything that's available to us. I like the zoom. So when somebody hovers over it, you see how it zooms like that? That makes it a little bit more prominent. All right. So now that we have that set, now we're going to go into the part that might be a little bit more technical for some of you. And this is going to be when we connect this opt-in form with our particular email list. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to save these changes. I want to make sure I have these changes and everything's saved and ready for me to go, because sometimes things happen, right? Your computer might crash on you, something might happen, and if you haven't saved, well, you guys know what happens, right? So make sure you save that. You want to go in here, click on the field, make sure this is what we want. Okay, we want a first name and an email. This is totally up to you what you want to do. Some people just go for email addresses. People sometimes go for full name. I prefer to just use email for most of the time because, in my opinion, the less friction that I cause with the potential subscriber, then the more likelihood that they are going to sign up for my lead magnet. So in other words, the more information they have to give you, the less likely they are going to sign up because it just takes too much work. So sometimes, depending on what I'm giving away, I will ask for a first name and email. Other times, I will just go with an email. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the first name, and I'm just going to go with the email. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that. And again, this is totally up to you. It is based on your own preference, okay? And this box down right here, the checkbox, this is extremely important. You must have this because with GDPR out there, the person has to give you their consent, meaning by clicking on this extra box right here, they're saying, yes, I want to receive emails from you. So this text right here, you're going to want to add in the privacy policy. So in this case, I'm going to make up a fictitious, I'm going to use my business name right here. So I'm going to say with lead, it's our great to receive emails from Lead Magnet Authority. So you might want to use your business name, whatever that may be, in accordance with the privacy policy. Okay. And this you want to use as well. So right here, you're going to want to link to whatever privacy policy you may have. Okay. This is very important as well. So I'm just going to leave that as is. But again, if you wanted to add in a link, you just go like this, and I can type in fact, let me just do it. And I'm just going to put privacy policy. Okay, that is the privacy policy URL for my website. So I'm just going to save that there. Okay, and you can see right here, it's kind of hidden, right? The text color. So we want to make sure that we can see the text. Let's go right here. Let's go with blue so people can see it. Maybe a darker. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. We want people to see it in case they want to read your privacy policy, okay? So that's good. We'll leave it like that. So now that's all working and good. If you want to change the color of the button, that's totally up to you. I'm going to just leave it at the default. But again, if you click on this and you scroll down, you're going to see that you can change the background color for the button. Some people like to use orange, green. I've seen red. But again, this is totally up to you. I'm going to keep it this way because it seems to really match the overall theme of this. Okay, and it does stand out, the button, because this is the ultimate goal. We want them to read the headline, the subheadline. You don't even need to have a photo if you don't want to. And then the most important part is the opt-in form. So let's do a spot check. All right, so first of all, here is the email field. If we click on the word field here, it opens up this section. Now, you can change the placeholder name if you want. If you want to call it best email or your best email, you can do that. You can see it automatically changes it for you. And then from here, let's take a look at this checkbox. So let's click on checkbox right here. And this is something that's important, okay? Because if they do not check this box right here and they decide to submit their email address, we need to come up with the message. It says right here, message if box remains unticked. So I'm going to just say, please check the box to confirm your subscription. And then, of course, leave this unticked right here because this is not optional. This is required. All right. So when that's done, We've taken care of these two right here. And then for the button itself, what we want to do now is we need to send this person on a journey. Okay, so we need to decide what we want to do once they've opted in to receive our lead magnet. Typically, what happens is people will send them to a thank you page, where they say, thank you for signing up. Your lead magnet has been delivered to your email address. So check your inbox. And what this does is it serves as twofold, right? The purpose is twofold. Number one, it thanks them, right? It confirms their subscription to receive the lead magnet. And number two, it also serves as a filtering mechanism. And by filtering mechanism, I mean that how many times have you done this where you wanted a lead magnet? So what you would do is enter in a fake email address just so you could get the lead magnet, but only to find that when you come to the thank you page and it says to check your email inbox for a link to that particular lead magnet, that you had to go back and submit a real email address. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. So what we want to do is we want to go and once they submit the form, they're going to move on to the next step. And the next step in that funnel, if you recall from early on, was the thank you page. So we're going to leave it as is, just like this, okay? And then also what we want to do is we want to add an automation rule. So what this means is what happens after they have submitted their email address. And this will depend on the system that you use, okay? But this is system IO. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an automation rule right here. I'm going to add an action. What happens when they subscribe? Well, I want to add a tag, okay? So I'm going to add a tag to make it as simple as possible. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just tagging them, and the way the system works is you don't create lists. In other autoresponders, I would create a list for subscribers to my lead magnet, right? Maybe that's the title of the list. But in this case, System works with tags. So I'm going to click on this, click to add a tag. And then right here, I'm going to go and choose a tag. So you can see all my tags have lined up over here. So if you haven't created a tag, I just wish that they would add one where you could create a tag on the fly. I can't create a tag right here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to save my changes, and I'm going to have to go back out of System, and I'm going to go to the CRM portion right here, go to tags, and I'm going to create a new tag. And in this case, I'm just going to call this tag sample lead magnet capture page. You name it, whatever it is that you're going to name it. But I'm doing this just so I can keep track of it. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to go back into my funnel, and I'm going to look for my sample lead magnet landing page funnel again. And I just want to show you this. Okay, here's the first step. The first step is this page right here. Let me open this up in a new link so you can see it. Okay, this is what we've been working on. The second step right here, though, is the opt-in page, the thank you page. What happens after they opt in? Okay, so we'll be working on this very page right now, but I just want to show you. Okay, we scroll down here, we click on this. Okay, we submit the form. The next step is the thank you page. Okay, I wanted to add in the automation rule. So I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to add in an action, add a tag, okay? Or if you want, you can subscribe to a campaign, or you can send an email if you want to. Totally up to you. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in a tag, okay? And then I'm going to look for my sample lead magnet capture page. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to add the action, or I'm going to actually not add the action. I'm going to save the rule so that it's in there. Okay, see right here? Add tag. So now I'm set. What I need to work on now is the thank you page. So we're going to click on this, and you can see it brings up all the templates again, all of the templates. So let's see if we can find a thank you page, a simple one Doesn't have to be fancy because we're just going to basically thank them and let them know to check their email inbox for their link to download the lead magnet. So I'm going to scroll down here. This one looks very, very simple. I'm going to go and preview this, take a look at it. Looks fine. I'm just going to get rid of all this stuff over here, and then we'll be on our way. So we're going to go back, close this out. We're going to select this as our thank you download page. Okay, so you can see here's the name. You're going to name it whatever you want to name it. Here is the URL path. So you can see it already has my domain. And I'm going to put in here sample lead magnet. Thank you. And we're going to go and edit this page. And once we're in here, there's a bunch of different things in here. So I'm going to clear all of this out because I don't want any distractions. Again, I'm going to get rid of that section. I'm going to keep the thanks and this right here. I'm going to get rid of this down over here. But you can, if you want to, add in other things in here. If, let's say, you want them to check out an article that you've written or a video that you made, you can add that in there. I'm just going to eliminate that as well because I want this to be as simple as possible. As you can see down here, got to have your privacy policy, your terms and conditions, any type of legal pages that you need. This is required. Okay, it's required by law. You have to have that. Okay, so add those links in there. Okay, but in this case, this is totally fine, right? So we're going to go back into ChatGPT. If you want to come up with a headline for this, what we'll do is say, I have a thank you page that the subscriber is redirected to when they opt into into receiving my lead magnet. Come up with 5 headlines I can use for my thank you page. We'll go ahead and see what ChatGPT comes up with. You're in, your guide is on the way, success, your lead magnet is being delivered, thanks for signing up. Okay. I like this one. Okay, boom, you're one step closer to more leads. So we're going to copy that, go back into system. I'm going to paste and match the style. I'm going to go and increase the font size, a little bit more space. I like this right here. It also came up with a small blurb that we can use. So let's go and use that. The guide is headed to your email. Make sure to open it and take action. Now, again, you don't have to have a thank you page. You can send them automatically to your download page, or sometimes people connect the file. They add the file link in there, and people can download it directly once they have opted in. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to do it. So this is the way that I prefer to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and paste and match style, and that looks good. So this is our thank you page, right? Also, too, what you can do, some people like to add in the download button in here. But what I like to do is I want to add in this extra element to filter out people from sending me fake email addresses. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to save our changes. And this is basically how you set up your lead magnet landing page funnel. Now, once they've opted in, though, you've also got to create your email automation, okay, your autoresponder. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in here, even though this video is about creating a lead magnet landing page. I also want to show you guys how you can set up that automation, okay? So there's 2 different ones, right? There's the automations, otherwise known as workflows, and there's also, you can set up campaigns, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into automations. I'm going to go into workflows right here. And I'm going to create a new one. And we're just going to call this, again, sample lead magnet landing page. And we're going to save it. let's go and open this up. And you're going to see it's blank. This is a blank template. And we're going to create this as we go along. So what is the first trigger? Okay, what is going to start this whole process of this person receiving our email saying, hey, thank you for signing up. Here is your lead magnet download link. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to click on it to create the first trigger. And the way that they are added to our automation or our workflow is when they are tagged. Remember, we created that tag earlier. So tag added. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for that sample lead magnet capture page tag that we created. So once someone is tagged with that tag, this starts the process of them receiving emails. Okay. So this one, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take an action. The next action is for them to receive an email. So it says right here, send an email. So we'll click on that. And then from here, I don't have one written already. So we're going to go and create a new one. And we want to create a subject and we want to save and edit the email. So again, a lot of you guys are probably going to get stuck with this, and we're going to utilize ChatGPT to help us come up with our first welcome email. So I'm going to say once people opt in, they will receive a welcome email with the link to access the lead magnet. Come up with the copy for the email as well as the subject line. Give me 3 versions to choose from. And we'll let ChatGPT brainstorm the email for us. Okay. I like how they say friendly and reassuring. That's really cool. Your lead magnet is ready, right? Okay. Action oriented. I like the action oriented nature. Simple and direct. Okay. So you choose one that works for you. We're going to go with the action oriented one because I want people to take action. So here's the subject line right here. So we're going to copy the subject line. We're going to go in here. We are going to paste it. And then we're going to save and edit our email. Okay, and from here, you can set up some preview text if you want. I want to start working with the body of the text. Please make sure that you double check the sender email address right here. So I'm going to set it up with my lead magnet authority email address. And then from here, I'm going to go and take a look at this copy. Hey, you're all set. Click the link below to grab your free 5-step strategy. Get more leads and customers no matter your niche. Here's a link to download the guide. This isn't theory, it's a practical system you can follow daily to start building momentum. Make sure to bookmark it and take action on step 1 right away. That's where most people get stuck, and this guide will help you break through that. I like that, so we're going to go ahead and copy this. And we're going to go back in here. We're going to paste it in here. And then from this moment on, this is where you can go and start editing the size of the email. You know, the type of font is totally up to you. Let's go with Arial, and let's change the font size. Let's go with 18 to make it big. And then obviously if you want to add in more spaces, you can do that. And then this link right here, this link will be the link for your lead magnet. So remember early on when I talked about you needing a lead magnet and I talked about lead creator? Well, we're going to go back into lead creator. And this is the lead magnet that we will be providing them when they sign up. So this is based in the cloud. So let me just show you what it looks like. Okay, this is not downloadable yet. I can add in a PDF download link. I'm not going to do that because what I appreciate about lead creator is that I can update this lead magnet at any time. And as long as they have the link, they will always get the most recent updated version. Now, if you give someone a PDF and let's say you change the information because you've got some new updates, there's no way for that person to get the latest copy. Okay, so they have to re-download it and then they have to dispose of the old one. So this way, by keeping it in this method here, they will always have the most updated version. Okay, so this is the lead magnet right here. I'm going to go and copy this share link. Okay, so we're going to copy the share link. So it's been copied. We're going to come back in to our email right here, and I'm going to just change this because this says download the guide. Okay, it says download the guide. Actually, let me just start all over here. Let me just say access your guide, and then I'm going to add in a link here. Save it, and that is the guide right there. I'm going to save the email. So what will happen now is when somebody opts in, they're going to be tagged, and then they're going to automatically receive this email. Now, why am I doing a workflow? Why am I doing this type of automation? Well, it's because I can always add on to this. This is kind of like a living, breathing organism, for lack of a better example. I can add on more emails. I can add on delays. I can do whatever on. I can add more tags. And it just makes it easier for me to customize. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and exit. And then we need to activate this, meaning we need to make this live. So let's activate this. We're going to confirm it. So now it is live. So anybody that subscribes to receive the lead magnet or to access the lead magnet, they will then be automatically sent that email confirming their subscription and providing them with the link for access. So guys, I know this video ran a little long. My apologies, but I wanted to show you guys how to piece everything together so that you can have one smooth lead magnet funnel flow. So I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. This is Ken Furukawa, your lead magnet authority, and I'll see you guys in my next video.